normal schedule. All right, so if you're just tuning in and if you have any questions about the stream or the class, Joseph, hi.
Hello.
I know, Friday. Well, what's nice is I normally teach Friday at 11 a.m. So this is almost as if I were going to the studio. I'm going to teach the same kind of style, which is a more basic level vinyasa. We're not going to get into anything crazy. The main purpose of this class, we're going to do a lot of dynamic movement. So we're just going to be moving the body around. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting a lot lately. So my hip flexor is really tight. I'm just noticing a little more hunching because I'm just on iPad, computer, a book, not as much as I'd like to. But so we're just going to open and move around today, which will be really nice. All right, so we're gonna get started. Go on. Al's gonna be joining for class, so he's gonna be doing the whole class. I'll be doing some of the class. When I teach my recorded videos, one thing I found is doing a whole class, teaching and practicing, makes me quite winded and really tired. So I'm gonna use Al today. He's gonna be the student, I'll be the teacher, and I'll do a little bit of the class along with you. So if you've got your blocks or your stool or whatever, place that at the top end of your mat. And I'm going to be teaching the same class that I would in a studio. The only difference is we're at home now. So at the end of class, I'm going to ask if you have any contribution to give, to donate. I'm going to greatly appreciate it to my PayPal or my Venmo. But for now, the class is totally free for anybody who wants to participate. So we're going to get started warming the body up right away with 3 sun salutes. So you can come to the top of your mat. Bring the toe mounds to touch, a little space between the heels. Palms are going to press at heart center. Before we get moving, focus on the breath here. Take a good 3 to 5 deep, long inhales, and you might even sigh these exhales out. Just allow yourself to get grounded and more earthed with every exhale. Take that final breath or finish the final round you're in. And then let's start moving. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, take your first forward fold. Knees are likely bending a lot here to get the palms grounded. And then take a step back, high plank pose. This first low plank, you might drop the knees down to the mat. Let's take our first chaturanga, low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog, press your heart forward, and downward facing dog, hips high. We'll stay in this downward facing dog for an extended round of maybe 3 to 5 breaths, maybe even longer, so that you can pedal it out, bend into one knee and the other, rock the hips side to side, give the head a shake and a nod. Simply notice how the body feels in this inversion. What is tight, what feels tighter than normal, and explore. Then inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Inhale, walk the feet top of the mat and fold, exhale. Inhale, big reach up, come to stand. And exhale, hands heart center. Let's take another one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, step back, plank pose. And exhale, low plank. Upward face, breath in. And downward dog, exhale. Feel free to move around again in this downward facing dog, but eventually you're going to find stillness. Having the tailbone reaching towards the ceiling, the heels spun out of your line of vision, and the fingers spread as wide as you can get them. Take another deep breath. And then inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. You can continue stepping, or you might hop the feet to touch and then fold, exhale. Inhale, reach up, rise up, breath in, and exhale, hands heart center. Getting a little bit warmer now, let's take another one, Sun A. Inhale, sweep up, and exhale, dive down. Step back, alternating the feet, high plank pose. Exhale, low plank. Upward face, inhale, and downward facing dog, exhale. So a couple more breaths in this downward facing dog. And then let's look forward and come to sit, top of the mat. Just so we're all on the same page, let's have your right shin in front of the left one. Nice, comfortable, easy seat. Sits bones grounded down. Reach the arms up on an inhale. And then exhale, hands to center. Inhale, reach up again. This time, exhale, twist to the right. Left hand will touch across to that right leg, and then the right arm opens up behind you. You can keep that right arm lifted or tent the fingertips down. But with every inhale, sit tall. With every exhale, go further in your twist. Then allow that right arm to reach up towards the ceiling. Stay in your twist, but now add the side lean. Keep spiraling your chest open towards the ceiling. Come out of the side lean, face forward, cross that right hand over. So you've got both hands on opposite knees. Take the knees up with you as you rock back, tuck your chin towards your chest. You can stay with a deep breath here, or you can kind of press one knee into the hand one at a time. You can get into the side body or even into the back a little more. Come back to sit, the arms stay crossed, hover the arms off of the legs, bend into the elbows, and you can find an early eagle wrap if you're able to wrap the arms around. If not, you can just give yourself a hug. Try to lift the elbows a little higher. Inhale, rock forward, lift up, and exhale, tuck and round. Let's go two more of those. Inhale up, and exhale, round. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, center. We're now just going to forward fold. You can keep this eagle wrap, and it may come down all the way to the mat. You may be hugged more into center. If this doesn't feel nice on the shoulders, release the arms out in front of you. Deepen the breath, open the hips. If you still have your bind, come back up. Everyone's then going to unravel with our arms, press wide, release the shoulders. And from here, we roll forward. So you can roll over the ankles, the shins, or you can side saddle and sweep behind you to find your tabletop. From your tabletop, we're going to send your left leg in the air behind you. So you've got your three-legged tabletop. Angle those left toes to face down. Press back on the inhale. And then exhale, cross that foot over towards the right, but keep it lifted. Inhale takes it back to center, and then exhale will sweep it over to the right, keep the foot lifted. Inhale, sweep back. Exhale, cross to the right. Inhale, center, and exhale, left. Last round, inhale. Exhale, cross. Inhale. Exhale, left, pause, and then do lower that foot all the way off the left side. So you're on the floor likely. Walk the hands back and up to the hips. So it's likely if you look here that that left hip is a little higher. See if you can even it off so that the hips are somewhat squared. I'm going to stay facing this way just so you can see. Arms are going to reach up, breath in. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, one more sweep up. Now exhale, left hand slides inside that left leg, right arm up, and then side lean over. So what you want to focus on doing here is try to resist folding inward on the pose. Instead, open your chest to the ceiling and really send this left hip forward so it's still in line with your right one. Find two straight arms on the inhale. And now exhale, right hand falls off the right side of the mat. Lift that left arm up and now side lean the opposite direction. So we're reaching that left arm past the ear and over towards the right. Now notice if that right hip is falling backward and try to press that right hip forward. If you'd like a little extra work and some balance, lean to that right hand and the left leg can float off of the mat. Drop that foot back down. We're going to walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Pick that left foot up, swing it all the way back to the back of the mat so that your left toes are behind you. We're going to hug right knee into the chest and then kick it in the air, three-legged dog. I usually need to hop my left foot forward. Now let's stack right hip on top of left, bend into that knee, and you've got a hip opening three-legged dog. Feel free to get lighter on those right fingertips, taking a peek underneath the right arm, and then move around. Draw as big of a circle as you can with this right knee to open up your hip. Hands down, straighten right leg, take a look forward, and a big step, right foot to the top of your mat. We're going to set up for your high lunge, so those back toes can scooch back, but the back heel stays lifted. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. So a big stretch for the front of that left hip, especially if you've been doing a lot of sitting down. Basket hands behind the head. Press the elbows back. Lift the chest, inhale. On the exhale, tuck and round, elbows into the face, and also bend that back knee. Inhale, straighten that back leg, open the heart, and exhale, tuck and round. Let's take two more. Inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, center, high lunge. Now straighten that front leg to give it a rest. Arms go wide and then interlace at the low back. Bring the knuckles, bring the base of the palms together. Shrug the shoulders into the ears and then roll the shoulders down as you extend the arms. You might even lift your chest all the way up to the ceiling. Come back to center. Rebend front knee, arms extend, and now let's take it all the way down. Right foot will step back, high plank pose, inhale, and then exhale, take your low plank. Upward facing dog, and then exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And again, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to write them in the responses. Hey, Sarah. All right, from here, let's take that left leg in the air, three-legged dog. And then step that foot forward. So we're taking high lunge on the other side. Right heel stays stacked over the ball of the foot, and then take it all the way up, high lunge. This high lunge will turn into your warrior two. So we're now going to open the hips out towards the right. Keep the left knee stacked over that front ankle. Soften the shoulders here, and let's move. Inhale, straighten that front leg, arms sweep up. Exhale, warrior two. Smooth and controlled movement. Inhale and exhale. Let's go two more. Breath in, full breath out. Last one, inhale and exhale. Inhale, center, hands to hips. Now these left toes will face in, so you've got parallel feet setting up for your wide-legged forward fold. A breath in to lift your heart, and then an exhale, forward fold. Hands are going to come down to blocks or all the way down to the floor, and then press whatever you're using away from you. Inhale, and then exhale to find your expression of the pose. Mindfully try to resist the shoulders shrugging into the ears and really press the shoulders away. Nice active spine. Find straight arms, walk the hands back out underneath your shoulders, and then we're going to side lunge over towards the right. So the hands can follow along with you, or hands can find heart center for this whole sequence. Inhale, we'll come back to two straight legs, and then exhale, take it over to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right, inhale center, and exhale left. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend right, pause. For the last breath or two, you might bring hands to heart center if you did not do that already. Hands back down, two straight legs. Don't shift anything in the feet, the legs, the knees. Just walk the hands over towards the left. So the purpose of this pose is to get into the right side body without bending into the knees to find any further depth. Now we're going to return to the top of your mat. So you have to shift the feet so you're refacing forward. But now it's low lunge, so drop that right knee down to the mat, and you can untuck those back toes. Hands will come inside that left foot. Left foot can go just a bit wider. And now let the left toes angle off. Let that knee splay to the side, and your hands are now going to go over towards the right. So a lot of places to stop along the way here. You can stay exactly as you are. Some bodies might be able to take it down to forearms, or here's where a block could assist you, bringing the floor a little closer to you. And then try to walk those left fingertips as far away as you can get them. And now feel the opening on the left side. One last piece, you can take this inner arch of the left foot and try to peel it away from the mat. That can give you a little more opening to that left hip. Let's walk everything back to center. So hands back in front of you, the left toes face forward, blocks in front again. Back toes tuck under to lift that knee, and let's pick up left foot, step back, high plank. High plank to low plank on the exhale. Upward face on the inhale, and meeting back in downward facing dog. Exhale, take a couple breaths here. Feel free to give any kind of shake or a nod as you need. Look back to the feet and now walk the hands backwards. Feet are parallel, toes slightly in, and now let's take peace fingers around the big toes. Wrist creases will face each other. Breath in, pull heart forward, and then exhale to forward fold. Big breath here. Find some grounding energy. Inhale to straight arms. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, breath all the way up to standing. And then connect on the exhale, hands and toe mounds to touch. We're going to find some standing balances to walk our way back to the top of the mat. So starting with a tree pose on the right side, you'll take a hold of this right shin, open the knee and the hip out towards the side, and then the foot can go above the knee or below the knee. It can also tent like a little kickstand if you need that balance. And then hands find heart center. If you'd like to extend your arms, you can take an inhale to rise the arms up overhead. And then hands back to heart center. Take this right leg, straighten it out in front of you, spin the ankle, and then step that foot about a third of the way up. Now bend into both knees, and the left ankle is now going to rise and rest on top of that right thigh. So you're in your figure four. That right knee can stay as it is, or you can bend the knee a little deeper, seeing if the hips can lower. Forearms can definitely approach that top calf or thigh if you would like. Take a breath to rise. Now straighten that left leg out, give it a little spin. Drop the left foot towards the top of the mat, and now bring the top of the right foot down to the mat. We're going to find warrior three. Here's where you might like your blocks or that stool. Hands start at heart center, lift off of that right foot, and then flex the ankle strongly. Take a lean out. As you lean forward, that back heel rises, and hands can definitely touch down at any point for support. If you've got another breath or two in you, the arms might sweep wide like airplane wings or forward out in front of you. Let's all come to standing. Right foot meets left foot. You can spin that left ankle out. Take a big breath in, sweep the arms up, and then exhale, hands heart center. Let's wash that all the way with a vinyasa. Sweep up, breath in, and exhale, fold. Find plank pose on the inhale and low plank on the exhale. Upward face, inhale, and down dog, exhale. Let's come forward to sit. You can hop or slide through. We're going to mirror the shape we just took with that figure four. So the legs can lengthen out in front of you. And then take the left ankle, rest it on your right thigh again. So that figure four shape, this time we're just seated. Hands will place behind you. And you're going to slide this right foot back as far as works in your right and left outer hip. And then just press through the arms to sit as tall as you can. Left foot very strongly flexed. So this is a pose where you can take very progressively. This is a great place to stay, getting in the left outer hip. Adding a twist, the left arm reaches up, and then it slices across to meet the sole of that left foot. Some of you might be really far away where it's just the hand inside the foot. That is fine. Some of you might be able to lean into it and bend into the elbow so that the elbow is in the sole of the foot. And then last step could be that right hand coming to meet as well. So again, take this wherever you're comfortable working and where you can breathe. and come out the way you came in. One hand back, the other hand back, straighten right leg, pause. Now stamp that left foot off the side of the mat, counter twist, right arm up. Let's wrap around that leg, turn and twist now to the left. See if you can flex those right toes back towards your face. And if you'd like, you can reach left arm back or wrap it around your low back. Unravel yourself to face forward. Straighten that left leg, give the knees a shaking release. And let's take it forward through vinyasa. If you're feeling a little bit fatigued, feel free to press straight to downward facing dog. And at any point, you can also lower the knees down. Exhale, lower. Press heart forward, up dog, and hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward. Hop or step on the inhale and fold on the exhale. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. And Namaste-at-Home, bring everything back to center on the exhale. Chair pose. Sink the hips, knees find a bend, and the arms will reach up overhead. Let's get into the chest a little more. Arms wide, and then interlace once again at the low back. Shrug shoulders up, and then roll them down and away. Imagine you could lift the center of your sternum straight up towards the ceiling. Keep these arms, take it into a lower chair pose, gazing downward, extending the arms straight back. You can still keep this arm shape, but now take it into a forward fold. The knuckles may reach up towards the ceiling. You can release the head and neck. Soften the arms down all the way to the mat and take your step back. Inhale. Exhale, low plank. Upward face, breath in, and downward dog. Exhale. Everyone's waving in. Hey, everyone. All right, let's return to sit. Having the left shin in front of the right shin. So we're going to mirror what we did on the first side. Let's take 2 sweeps of the arms up overhead. Come back to the breath. Big inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands heart. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Let's add the twist. Exhale to the left. Right hand to that left knee, and the left arm reaches back and tense down if you took that first side. So I want you to focus on both hips grounded down, sitting tall with every inhale, and twisting with every exhale. Keep the twist, left arm reaches up, and now we're folding over this right side hip, leaning over towards the right. Try to resist folding in, open yourself up. Big breath. Back to center, but now cross this left arm over the right one. So left arm on top. Take a hold of the knees, pull them up, and tuck the chin. Feel some opening to the upper back, the back of the neck, the scapula. And you can play around with pressing each knee into opposite hand. Rock forward to the hips. Lift the arms. You still have that left one on top. And you can find your eagle wrap. If you took that first side, fingers extended, otherwise wrap around, give yourself a hug. Lift the elbows a little bit and then rock forward. Think cat-cow, up and back. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale to round. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just sit up to center. You can keep the arm bind if you took that first side. Let's forward fold. The elbows, the arms can come down. Maybe you're more in towards the body. If it's just too much on the arms, you can release the bind. Walk yourself upright. Arms wide if you didn't do that yet. And then down. Take your roll over or sweep through. Let's find your tabletop. Fingers spread wide. Hips are over the knees. Right leg in the air. Those right toes ankles down so the hip stays in line. Let's take an exhale to cross to the left first. See if you can find that foot with your gaze. Inhale, sweep it behind you. And now exhale, sweep it right. Inhale, center. Exhale, cross. Inhale. And exhale, sweep. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, pause. And then drop it off the right side of your mat. Climb your hands up to your hips. Once again, I will turn to face the camera. And then just check to see if you can lower that right hip at all. Keep it in line with that left one. Right toes facing forward, and that foot is in line with your left knee. Breath in, reaches up. Breath out, hands heart center. One more to reach up. This time, right hand slides inside right leg. Keep lifting left arm up, and now side lean. Right hip presses forward. Back to straight arms. Left hand now falls off left side of the mat, and right arm is the one reaching up. Keep that right arm lifted for an inhale, and then side lean. So that right arm reaching past the ear to the front of the room. Left hip forward. If you took the balance, lean into that left hand. Right leg may come to a hover and a strong flex through that ankle. And that right foot comes down. Right arm up. Look to the top of the mat. Walk your hands forward. And then we're going to pick that foot up and step it all the way to the back of the mat. So the right toes are grounded behind you. Left knee is going to pick up into the chest and then sweep in the air so you've got your three-legged dog. You might step that right foot forward if it feels too long. Bend the knee, stack the hip, roll yourself open on this side. You can even come to tented left fingertips. Move around in the joints as you did the first side. So drawing big circles with that lifted knee, can find some space and some opening to the hips. Straighten that leg, hands down, look forward and step. Set up for your high lunge. Back heel stays lifted and then sweep the arms up. High crescent lunge. Keep a nice bend in that front knee and then basket the hands behind the head. Press the elbows back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck and round, and also that right knee a little bend. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the heart. And exhale, tuck and round. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one in. And exhale. Inhale, return to lunge, arms extend. Straighten that front knee now. Arms wide. Take the opposite thumb on top as you take that interlace behind you. Shrug shoulders up, breath in. Exhale, roll them down. Extend the knuckles down, but peel your heart to the ceiling. Come back to center, rebend, sweep the arms, and now take it forward. Left foot steps back, high plank, and take your exhale, low plank. Upward face, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and downward face, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a couple breaths in your downward dog. Right leg rises, three-legged. Big step forward, high lunge. Once you've got that foot forward, scooch the left toes back, commit to the bend into that right knee, and then take it up. Warrior two now. Left heel drops down, right toes stay forward, and the arms go wide. Inhale, straighten that leg, two palms overhead, yoga jacks. Exhale, warrior two. Full breath in to extend up, and the full exhale to two. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up, pause, hands to hips, and the right toes face in. Set the feet parallel, all 10 toes in. Inhale, lift chest, and exhale, lean forward. Hands can touch down to blocks or mat. Press the mat away from you, breath in, and then an exhale to fold. Some of you may be able to take this into your D variation, in which you would take that peace finger, big toe bind again, and you're working on the elbows bending at 90 degrees and the crown of the head coming down to the mat. Straighten up, hands underneath the shoulders again, and we'll find those side lunges. Starting by going over towards the left. You can keep hands down or palms to heart, whatever you found first side. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Let's pause here. Two hands down or palms heart center, trying to keep the heart in line with the hips or a tad higher. Hands down, back to center, two straight legs. Keeping the legs exactly as they are now, walk the hands over towards that right foot. Allow the head to release long underneath you. Try to lift your gaze, your drishti, towards the ceiling to keep the neck nice and long. Then we have to continue walking to the original top of the mat. Facing forward again, but now coming into your low lunge so that left knee drops down and those back toes on top. Walk the right hand inside the foot and the right toes angle off. We're now going to take it up and over towards the left. If you used a block underneath the hand, underneath the arm, match the same shape. We're reaching that right arm away. Take a couple breaths here. And then you can work on peeling that right arch away from the mat if you found that working for you on the first side. And then making your way back to center. Props out of the way, hands in front of you, right toes forward again. Back toes under, lift that knee. Right foot stepping back, plank pose on the inhale. Exhale, low plank. Upward face, pull chest forward, and downward dog, exhale. Let's walk the hands to the feet once again. Set the feet up parallel. The toes are facing inward more than the heels. This time you can lift the feet up. You can slide the palms completely underneath. Knees can bend as much as you'd like. Breath in, heart forward. Breath out, release the head and fold. Wiggle the toes on the palms. Press the weight down. Take some deep breaths. Notice if there's any unnecessary tension within the jaw, around your eyes. Let it all go. Gaze out in front of the feet. Extract the hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up, and then reconnect, hands and feet, exhale. So we'll take those standing balances to come back to the top of your mat, starting with your tree pose. So you'll hug your left knee in, open that hip towards the side. You're either going above the knee or below the knee. You could also kickstand on the mat, hands find center. Arms can reach if you're feeling steady and growing. Hands back down to heart. You can extend that left leg out in front of you, give it a spin, and step it about a third of the way up. Both knees can bend to come into your figure four. Right ankle rests right on top of that left thigh. Hands stay at heart, sit tall, and then you can also take it a little lower. There's more bend into that standing leg rather than folding forward to get deeper. Steadily rise up. Right leg will straighten. Step it to the top of the mat, and the top of that left foot drops down. Coming into your warrior three. Pick off of that back foot, flex the ankle, and then take it towards a capital T shape. You can take any of the arm shapes you found on the first side. You can also use your blocks to help with balance. Carefully rise back up, left meets right, give a pedal out, and then let's take it through vinyasa. Inhale, sweeping, and exhale, diving. Inhale, stepping, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward, and exhale, downward. Breathe deeply here. Take a look forward, and let's come to sit. Legs can straighten for a beat so we can get into the pose. Right ankle on left thigh. Hands behind you. So I want you to focus on sitting tall here as opposed to rounding in and slouching. So we're going to build some core. Slide this left foot back and find a comfortable pose where you can breathe and you feel your edge. Nice stretch. Option to take it one step further. The right arm reaches up And you take your twist over towards the left. Somewhere along that right arm will touch the sole of that right foot. If you lean into it enough, you may be able to bend into the elbow, and then that left hand has the opportunity to meet the right hand. And then one hand at a time releases, turn to face forward. Just straighten the left leg and plant the right foot down so that right knee is now lifted. Taking it into your twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Right hand back, left arm up, wrap around, hug in, and twist now to the right. Mindful that not all the weight is shifting into one hip over the other. And you can reach that right arm or wrap it around. Unwind, face forward, straighten that right leg, give everything a shake, and then imagine you are standing on the floor. Toe mounts touching, little opening in the heels. Draw all 10 toes back towards the face, palms down by the hips, face up or face down. That doesn't matter, whatever feels good in your wrists. Sit as tall as you can, inhale, and then drop the chin to your chest, exhale. Dandasana, staff pose. Watch your breath. We'll stay here for a good 5 to 8 breaths, a little mini meditation. Watch the rise and fall of your energy. You'll lift your chin, and then let the hands come to the top of the legs. Lean forward into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Find as tall of a spine as you can. Active feet, and another few rounds of breath here. Look forward, inhale. Release the pose, exhale. You can give the knees a little bounce. Let's take it through our very final vinyasa. Palms touch to the top of the mat. Feet step back. Take a big breath in, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Upward dog, full breath in. Downward dog, exhale. Pedal it out, move around. Find some shapes in the body where you feel the muscles get a nice stretch. Look forward, come to sit. And before we get into our final poses, I'd like to give a big thanks to everybody who stayed with us through the Instagram Live and on YouTube. Thank you so much for supporting this class, my online venture. Obviously, I'm out of work. Every studio that I teach at has closed. So instead of offering like pay for access classes, I'm offering this class free to anybody who wants to join because I know what it's like personally to not have income right now. So I am going to put it on your good faith that at the very end of class, you might be able to offer a small contribution for class, whether you know what a yoga class costs or whatever you feel this class is worth. I've got PayPal and Venmo. I'll put the sign up at the end so that you can see it. Literally anything is greatly appreciated at this time. I hope you enjoyed the class. Continue to follow, subscribe. Let me know poses you would like. I'm going to continue doing both live streams and recorded video classes on my YouTube channel. So let's take it all the way down to your back. Give yourself a well-deserved squeeze in. A rock side to side. You might even start closing the eyes. Lift the legs towards the ceiling. Give some movement to the toes and the ankles. Hug the knees in once again, and then allow the knees to fall towards the right side of the mat. Gaze can fall towards the left. Come back to center. Let the knees fall left. Gaze can fall right. And come back to center. Happy baby would be a great way to end class, getting into the hips one last time. You could work on even tipping to the side, straightening one leg, and then taking it to the other side. If there's any other final shapes that you would like to take to close off your practice, feel free to take them now. And given the current state, allowing yourself to lay flat on your back, closing the eyes for a good 3 to 5 minutes is going to significantly help calm the energy and give you a little bit more grounding energy, especially with all we're dealing with right now. So my PayPal is altyogini@gmail.com. My Venmo is altyogini. Again, if you're at all able to contribute any amount at all, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining class today. Let me know what you're thinking, how you're feeling. Just a simple hello, let me know you're okay. And I'll see you next time. The light in me deeply honors the light within each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste. Good job. It was a good class.